coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go from Soldier Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
And while we always talk about quarterbacks and what their potential is, we always want to see how it translates. To me, the next big step for Mitchell Trubisky is simply experience. Just 13 starts in his college career at North Carolina. A rookie season behind him in 2017 where he wasn't a full-time starter. It's just going to be repetition, 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 and especially during games.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
At running back is Jordan Howard, who was an absolute revelation as a rookie, but he finished second to Ezekiel Elliott for the rushing title in 2016. And no sophomore slump for him at all. Followed it up with a second straight 1,000-yard season and finished 5th in the league in rushing.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Trubisky draw play, gives to Howard. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Every now and then I indulge myself with looking at the game through a safety's eyes since I used to play that position as well. And Devin McCourty, the only Pro Bowler for the New England Patriots defense in 2017, he's been a constant there almost as much as one quarterback named Tom Brady. He's only missed 5 games in 8 years, and he runs the defense for the Patriots.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Julian Edelman. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Patriots take over. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. They're led out by a man who started more Super Bowls than anyone in NFL history, the great Tom Brady.
I can't help but admire the career Tom Brady has had. The numbers are off the charts. The Super Bowl championships and rings, we know that they are incredible. But how about the durability? Had one season that he missed, most of that season because of a knee injury. The rest of the time, he answers the bell and wills his team to victory more times than not. And we keep hearing from people who are waiting to see the drop-off in his play. I'd quit worrying about it. I'd quit looking for it. He says he wants to play until he's 45. Is there any reason to doubt him? His skills have shown no sign of declining.
To throw, it's Brady. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
Hey, I'm looking outside of Julian Edelman right now because he's back after injury in 2017. How about his 2016 season? 98 catches, over 1,100 yards. But how does he get that done? Works out of the slot a lot, plays with a lot of fire, a lot of fury, and a lot of intelligence. Understands how to run routes, set people up. and finishes it off with big catches.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
20.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many because once they get going, look out. Things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career. And it's evident when you see that.
And that's saying something.
That's saying something right there. But he's earned it.
Now the rookie out of Georgia, Sony Michel. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Defensively, the starters for Chicago, and they feel like they've got a big-time disruptor in Leonard Floyd from Georgia.
And when the draft process began, there was a mixed bag of opinions about Leonard Floyd. But as time went on and he tested and people saw him work out and they saw the sheer athleticism, people realized they better move fast to get him, and the Bears did, moving up in the first round to number 9 to pluck him.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This is White on the screen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. The Bears about to gain possession again, and this is a team that's still atop the NFC North, though they did see their 3-game winning streak come to an end in tough fashion in Miami. You know, they lost by 3, and that was a game, though, that they led for most of it.
Certainly did. Look at the leads they had, 14-7, 21-10, 28-21. And with as well as their defense has played this year, you would have thought they'd be able to put this one away. I think this is going to be a game for their head coach, Matt Nagy, to be able to look at his team and say, guess what, guys? We've played well, but we haven't arrived. That 3-game winning streak is gone now because we let one get away. Let's see if they can get refocused and get ready for the New England Patriots.
Trubisky playing with a lot of confidence. 9 touchdown passes in his last 2 starts. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And running with power here. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New England Patriots coming off a heck of a win on Sunday night over Kansas City, 43-40. There is one interesting nugget, though, that's not good for New England. They've given up 40 points only 3 times since 2013. All 3 have been against Kansas City.
How about that? They hope they don't see them again in the playoffs down the road, right?
Because I kind of hope they do, though,
well,
selfishly.
we do as fans, that's for sure. But let's give Tom Brady some praise, right? Of course, we do that all the time, but deservedly so here. 200th win of his NFL career. That extends his all-time record. But counterintuitively, New England had been 0-6 under Tom Brady in games where opponents had scored 40 or more points. You would think in a shootout, you'd love to have Tom Brady, but that hasn't been the case, but he delivered on Sunday night. Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 49 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. Gronkowski. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Now Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 11. After the interception, here's Trubisky. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Goes underneath here to White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Let's go.
Brady now on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on 3rd down. Brady looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this 1st half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Boy, CD Mack, just from day one, he's looked so good in a Bears uniform, literally and figuratively. And some Raiders fans watching this saying, oh, I wish we had him on our team.
Yeah, just about every Raiders fan saying he looked a lot better in silver and black. Why don't we still have him? But in Chicago, immediately comfortable, fit right into their defensive scheme. They said, go get the passer, and And that's exactly what he's done. Leonard Floyd, another...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And this will be taken at the 13. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggles.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change-up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick, even though he's small in stature. Some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? That'll be fun for Madden players. Just 5'6", but as you said, he can move. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On first down, Trubisky. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
not going to get a playoff here as time will expire on this first quarter. 2-0 is our score, and we're back to Soldier Field after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This is Howard on 2nd down. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
20!
Throwing now is Brady. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
20!
From the gun, it's Brady. And a dump off to White. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and the Bears take over. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Well, switching gears for a second, a neat moment before Pittsburgh's game last week. Everybody knows James Conner and how he dealt with cancer. 10-year-old in the crowd, Charles, had a sign that he was holding, and this kid is also dealing with cancer. James Conner went over to him, met him, gave him a word of encouragement, and signed some things for him. That was really nice.
Really cool, isn't it? Because James Conner understands what that young man's going through. I believe his name is Levi. Got his attention. They're kindred spirits. And James Conner also showed him by his play and being back out there, beat this, overcome it, and go out and live your life the way you want to live it. And he's living it in a big way in the NFL right now, having a terrific season.
And over 100 yards again this past week.
Yeah, what a great story and crucial catch month in the NFL.
The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin with Michel on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Brady throwing on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
New England on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Ryan Allen now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
180!
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
180!
Here's Trubisky to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Set up! 180!
Now Trubisky on third and long. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's Josh Gordon as he heads back out there now. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. One target, no catches. Brady and the Patriots now first and 10 at the 20.
Like 20!
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Like 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
20. Like 20.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jonathan Bullard in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that's the second time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Like 20. Like 20.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trubisky with a give to Howard. Howard has the 1st down and then some. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on first down. And he will find the rookie from Memphis, Anthony Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It felt like Mitchell Trubisky, the quarterback for the Bears, was in the draft room with his general manager, because picking up this pass catcher from Memphis, Anthony Miller, made to order for a young quarterback. A nice slot who can make plays like we just saw.
He is fun to watch. Went from being a walk-on at Memphis to completely rewriting the record books out wide. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Howard. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Dante Hightower on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 down. 180!
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback, because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky, and this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Parkey's kick is good. And thanks to his safety and 2 field goals, this is now an 8-0 game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
20! Wait, 20!
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Brady goes underneath here to White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Brady to throw again. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
20!
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Patriot Offense set to take over again. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. That's complete. It's Gordon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially now with Tom Brady there.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, it's Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Brady now on first down. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Brady on the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
New England on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
By 20! By 20!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Brady now on first down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
By 20! 380! By 10!
Throwing on first down, Brady. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
20, right 20.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Brady, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Brady, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan from 3 yards out, and the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive, and now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
I got 11. Single. Right 20. 380. Right, we got it.
Now Brady again. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here?
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on first down.
Hey, slow down. Set up. 180.
They run with Howard. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go with Howard again, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, Go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Play action. It's Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. A Chicago first down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Deion Sims from 6 yards away. And the Bears are in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Parkey adds the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. To throw, it's Brady. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
By 20! By 20!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady, he's going to loft one deep. He's got him in, complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon taking it in. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Devin McCourty brings him down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They try again with Cohen. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Bears on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, 59 yards. And the Bears have broken the tie. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back each with half the field responsibilities. The corners don't retreat very far in cover two. They're closer to the line of scrimmage. So now you've got 4 receivers putting pressure on 2 guys covering. Usually you'll find someone open, and that's exactly what they did there. Made the catch and carried it all the way into the end zone.
Parkey with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's Josh Gordon as he heads back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Brady looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Like 20! Like 20!
Now a play fake. Brady. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England.
Whoosh.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, it definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. So the Patriots coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
And it's Michel once again. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on third and short. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. That'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
20!
To throw again. Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, Brady. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
They fake the handoff. Now Brady fighting through pressure. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. He hits White, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Michel. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. They'll check this one down to Michel. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So that one will be accepted. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll look to throw. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll bring up second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Let's go.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And some room to work. Buying time to his left. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Running with Howard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Back to throw, Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try now for Brady. He's going to let it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Deion Bush with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.